Howdy, I'm Bob Terry, and get ready for another action-packed, stunt-filled episode of The Range Rider, starring Jock Mahoney and Dickie Jones. This show was a classic television show at the beginning of television, and it is made for the kids to watch. It's a wonderful television show, and it's all brought to you free here on the internet by Westerns on the Web, your home for free, classic, family-friendly Western television shows and movies. These two are just amazing horsemen, amazing stuntmen. They did all their own stunts. They did all their own horse work. These guys are just simply amazing to watch. Appreciate you coming by here. Have fun watching this, and we'll see you after the show.
Where the deer and the antelope play.
And who could be more at home on the range than the Range Rider? With his thrilling adventures of the great outdoors, his exciting experiences rivaling those of Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone, Buffalo Bill, and other pioneers of this wonderful country of ours. And Dick West, All-American Boy.
Want to talk with you, Kate.
I'm in a hurry. You can always find me at my store.
Yeah, I know, Kate, but what we got to say is sort of private and confidential. Stay away from King Morgan. Stop trying to influence other people to vote for annexation.
So that's it. Well, you listen to me. You can just save your breath. What this territory needs is more lawmen to run polecats like you out of the county.
Well, in that case, Kate, I guess we'll just have to take you out of circulation until the end of the election. Johnson, do the driving.
Sounds like trouble. Let's go, Dick.
Pick him up.
What do you want to do with him, man?
Oh, let them get on the horses. Get out of here. Say, your side's sidekick here tells me you're the range rider.
That's right, ma'am.
Well, I'm glad to meet up with you. I'm Kate Dawson. I'm obliged for what you done.
It's perfectly all right. As a matter of fact, we were on our way to your trading post to meet a Lieutenant Stone.
Yes, I know. The lieutenant's expecting. Well, come on, let's get going. Lieutenant Stone, I want you to meet the range rider.
How are you? Hello, Lieutenant.
And that's Dick West. I met up with him coming back from the Morgan Ranch.
Lieutenant, we were instructed to give you our orders on arrival.
I'm glad you got here. This proposed annexation has stirred up a lot of trouble. What's made it even worse, though, is that I've been given only a handful of men to arrange for the polling places.
Well, that makes it pretty rough. How are the people out in the territory taking this proposed annexation?
Most of the people are in favor of the idea, but that Kirby Wells and his outlaw element, well, they're trying to frighten the people from going out to vote. A couple of Kirby's men stopped me on the road into town a while ago, and if it hadn't been for the range rider and Dick West, I might have been missing for a few days.
You're afraid of your influence, Kate. You should be more careful.
Shucks. I've been wandering around these hills for 30 years, and nothing ever happened to me before. But they ain't gonna catch me napping again.
How about King Morgan? Did you have any luck with him?
Never even got to see him. That Big Mike, that guerrilla bodyguard, run me off.
Well, this guy Morgan, he must be pretty important to the election.
If we can win him over, Dick, annexation is almost certain. He's a power in this territory. The small ranchers will feel safe if he and his men are behind them at the polls.
Sounds like we're going to have to persuade King Morgan to come around our way of thinking. Matter of fact, Dick and I will take a ride out there a little later on and have a talk with him.
All right. But remember, you're completely on your own. Kirby Wells and his men quite naturally don't want law and order here. In fact, they'll do anything and everything they can to prevent it.
Don't worry, Lieutenant. We've met guys like that before.
Well, hope you have better luck than I had. Come on, I'll show you your rooms and clean up.
See you later.
Thanks, Lieutenant. All right, pull up and reach for it. This looks like where we came in, Dick.
Well, they say bad pennies always show up again. I guess it's true.
Shut up and come on. Kirby Wells wants to talk with you two.
Get out. Here they are, boss.
So you're the range rider, huh?
You didn't bring us all the way out here just to ask us our names.
That's what I like, a man that doesn't waste words.
I'll get to the point.
All right, I will. You're smart enough to know that a territory like this doesn't want to be changed. We're doing all right, just as we are, and we don't want any interference from outsiders.
And you think you're big enough to keep law out of the territory?
Even you're not that big.
You know, that's what you think. I was going to give you two a chance to work for me, but not now. We'll keep the kid here as a hostage. Then if Mr. King Morgan wants to go for annexation, you'll get your pal back, all right, in a long pine box.
If anything happens to either of us, you'll answer the United States Army.
You'll soon find out that I'm the law around here, gun law. Now get him to his horse. Come on, get out of here.
What's the matter? You think it takes two guys to watch me?
Ah, shut up, kid. Where'd the range rider go, Johnson?
Something I can do for you? Yeah. I could talk to King Morgan. Sorry, mister, he ain't talking to nobody. You ought to know that, Kate. You was just out here.
But we've got important business with him.
Well, well, look at what's talking. Sorry, pal, boss's orders.
Now, you look here, Big Mike. You go in there and tell King that the range rider wants to see him.
I don't care who he is. He ain't going inside. You want to bet? Yeah. I'll bet. I said the boss wasn't to be disturbed. Should have believed what I heard about you. If you want to see the boss, there he is.
Good morning, Kate. I'm King Morgan, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
Mr. Morgan, I'm the range rider. This is my saddle partner, Dick West.
How do you do, sir?
Howdy, Mr. Morgan.
We've come here to talk to you about the election tomorrow.
Fine, let's sit down. Rosa, bring out some cool drinks for our guests.
The governor of Texas enlisted our aid to help on this annexation vote. But as I understand it, you're against it.
On the contrary, I just can't figure out how it'll do me any good.
Well, law and order is necessary in any territory.
I employ enough men here, my boy, to enforce my own laws. Nobody bothers me.
You're a very selfish man, King, and you've lived alone here so long you don't care what happens to anybody else. And besides, we could have a town that we could be proud of.
Kate, when I settled in this valley 35 years ago, there was nothing here but wilderness and Indians. Every day was a struggle to survive. Nobody helped me then.
When it comes to a choice between law and lawlessness, I didn't know a man could be neutral, Mr. Morgan.
Come on, get it! That's mine! Come on, get it!
Here! Give the drum back to Philippe, Manuel. Not have any more fighting here. Go on back there and behave yourself.
Yes, sir.
Why interfere with the children, Morgan?
Well, that drum belonged to Philippe, and he's too little to fight for it.
That's the same position that the small rancher's in trying to fight Wells and his gang of outlaws. They're like little Philippe. They're not strong enough to protect themselves, and there's no law in the territory.
I know,
They're
but...
afraid to go to the polls, but they wouldn't be if you'd come out in favor of annexation.
Every American citizen has the right to vote for what he wants or believes in. If we lose this privilege, we all might as well just toss in our chips.
I guess you're right, young man. You too, Kate. I've lived here by myself for so long that I've forgotten that other people ever existed. I'll have my men spread word among the other ranchers that we're going to help them fight Kirby Wells and win this election. I'll have them all take orders from you, Range Rider.
Well, bless you, King. I'm going to give you a great big kick.
Now, you sit down there
But I
yourself.
won't.
Get here.
I'm gonna
Have a
kick
nice
you
cold
the
drink.
last thing I ever do. Come here to me.
Stop it. Help me, boys. Boys, help me.
Polls are closed.
Seal it, Sergeant. We'll take it out to Morgan's ranch and pick up the other box.
How's it go, Range Rider?
Wonderful, thanks to you.
Well, folks, I guess this winds up everything. By this time next week, you should know the outcome of the election.
We ain't worried, Lieutenant, and thanks for helping us out.
That goes for me, too. Mike.
Yes, sir.
Put these ballot boxes in the lieutenant's wagon for him, will you?
And thanks to you and Dick, too, Range Rider. We couldn't have done it without you.
It was our pleasure, Kate.
Well, we'll be seeing you, and good luck, folks.
Be careful of that cargo you're carrying, Lieutenant. It's mighty precious.
Don't worry, ma'am. All right, Sergeant, let's go.
Well, I gotta get going. I still got a store to look after, you know. And for you kids, I just gotta say it again. I can't thank you enough for what you done.
I should be the one to say thanks, Kate.
We'll follow right behind you.
Oh, no hurry. I can take care of myself.
You know, she's right.
Mr. Morgan, you've undoubtedly done Texas a great service. We'd like to thank you again.
Believe me, boys, it was my pleasure. And if you're ever up this way again, stop in and see me.
We will.
So long.
See you, Mr. Morgan.
Up with him. Morgan thought he could trust this man.
Big joke.
Funny how mistaken some people can be. You work for Kirby Wells. Smart boy. But you're both going to be so dead that you won't be able to tell anybody else. Mind telling us what you did with the ballot box? The boxes? The boxes left with the lieutenant on the army wagon, except there ain't any ballots in them. Don't worry, though. They're in safe hands, Kirby Wells' hands.
Well, as long as we're going to be dead anyhow, I don't suppose you'd mind explaining how your boys are going to get those ballots.
Not at all. I dumped them at Kate's wagon, then I sent out a messenger. As a matter of fact, in just about 3 minutes from right now, Kate's in for quite a little surprise.
Get the guns, Dick.
Leave that gun alone. Just raise him.
All right, climb down from there. You didn't think that I'd let you get away with this election, did you, Kate?
We'll hold another one. You can't stop them all.
I wouldn't bet on that, Miss Dawson. All right, build a fire and let's put these ballots in.
right, get up. We'll put them on ice, Kate. The state of Texas can decide what to do with them.
Easy. Sabers.
Congratulations, Kate. Believe me, you deserve them.
Thanks. You know, I've always wanted some place to be from, and now I've got one.
Adios.
Hasta la vista.
Really hope you enjoyed The Range Riders, starring Jock Mahoney and Dick Jones. And remember, it's brought to you free here on the internet by westernsontheweb.com. Hundreds of free, family-friendly Western TV shows and movies. And also, I'd like to add this. Dick Jones is in this. Dick Jones was all over Hollywood back in the heyday of Hollywood. He was in movies with James Stewart, and with Errol Flynn, with Randolph Scott, John Wayne. Dick Jones was everywhere, all over the place when he was a boy in Hollywood. Thanks again. I'm Bob Terry. Appreciate you joining us. We hope to see you again on down the trail. Y'all have a great day. Howdy, I'm Bob Terry, and get ready for another action-packed, stunt-filled episode of The Range Riders, starring Jock Mahoney and Dickie Jones. This show was a classic television show at the beginning of television, and it is made for the kids to watch. It's a wonderful television show, and it's all brought to you free here on the internet by Westerns on the Web, your home for free, classic, family-friendly Western television shows and movies. These two are just amazing horsemen, amazing stuntmen. They did all their own stunts. They did all their own horse work. These guys are just simply amazing to watch. Appreciate you coming by here. Have fun watching this, and we'll see you after the show.
Home, home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play.
And who could be more at home on the range than the Range Rider? With his thrilling adventures of the great outdoors, his exciting experiences rivaling those of Davy Crockett, Daniel Boone, Buffalo Bill, and other pioneers of this wonderful country of ours. And Dick West, All-American Boy.
Tired, Rusty?
I sure am, Miss Frost.
Well, let's call a halt for today. You know, I think your dad will be very much pleased by this picture.
Gosh, it's swell. Lightning looks so real, you'd almost think he's gonna win. You're an awful good painter, Miss Frost.
Well, thank you. Now run along. I'll see you in Lightning tomorrow, same time.
All right. I bet I can beat you back to the ranch, Charlie.
He's done for. Let's get out of here. You take the girl's horse.
Dead too?
No. Been knocked on the head. She's unconscious.
He got knocked on the head too. So hard it killed him.
What happened? Who are you?
I'm the range rider. It's my saddle partner, Dick West.
Charlie. Where's Charlie?
He's been hurt.
Hurt? How? Where?
Now just take it easy.
Lightning, he's gone.
She's delirious.
I'm not. I'm just dizzy and I don't understand. Please tell me what happened.
To be honest with you, honey, I don't know.
Don't you?
Charlie and I were riding along when all of a sudden I was yanked off my horse. And that's all I can remember.
Where do you live?
The Drag L. My dad's Jim Lyman. I'm Rusty. Oh, I wish I knew where my pony Lightning is.
She's passed out again, Dick. I'll take her home. You take him to town, then come out to the ranch.
Right. Where are you going?
Out to the spot where we found Rusty, before that trail gets cold.
How is she?
Yeah, she's not so good. Her dad sent for the doctor. I think she's got a brain concussion.
Oh, gee, that's too bad.
Maybe you better stick here. Lyman's pretty worried and broken up. He needs moral support.
Who doesn't?
Mister. Better put up your hands.
Well, it's a downright pleasure to be held up by such a pretty road agent.
Road agent? I thought you were going to steal my horse.
Oh, I've got a horse.
That's no alibi.
I've got credentials, too.
Let's see them. Put them down on the rock. The range rider. I'm sorry I mistook you for an outlaw.
I know. I've been trailing 3 horse thieves for the last hour. They killed one of Jim Lyman's wranglers. They knocked out his little girl. Then they stole a horse and a pony. You seen anybody around here?
Only you, and I've been up here painting all morning.
Well, you're an artist.
Yes. I'm Velma Frost. Maybe you've seen some of my work.
No, but I'd like to.
Then follow me. Well?
Well, I'm no expert, but it looks pretty good to me.
You're late. Range rider, this is my brother, Vincent.
Glad to know you.
Why?
Well, I like meeting people, even if I find out later I don't like them. Well, I'd better be drifting, Miss Frost. I am glad I met you.
So am I. Drop in the studio if your drifting takes you into Stampede.
It will.
Congratulations. That was a nice job of antagonizing.
Thanks. What was he doing up here?
Looking for you.
But nobody... Those 2 riders, but they didn't see us.
I almost wish they had. Did you have to kill Charlie, knock out the little girl?
She knocked herself out. Hit her head on a stone.
I told you not to kill that wrangler. Or maybe you've forgotten that I give the orders. Oh, put that bolus away. It makes me nervous.
You with nerves. No wonder the gauchos swear by these things. You know, sis, I wouldn't mind going back to the Argentine someday.
The Argentine police wouldn't mind it either. Those shots are coming from?
Sounds like it might be over where the boys are hiding out.
You take them horses and dust. I'll keep you covered.
Get up.
What happened? A fellow in buckskin surprised us.
The range rider.
What about Pate? Headed for jail, I reckon.
You mean you let the range rider nab him?
I didn't let him. I had to get these horses out of sight.
If Pate talks, the range rider will...
Take it easy, sis. Pate won't open his mouth, and as for the range rider, when I get Pate out of jail, I'll take care of him.
But, Rusty, you've got to stop crying, please. If you don't, you'll make yourself really sick. You know, when Lightning comes back, you won't be able to ride him.
It's no use, partner. She's been like that ever since she came to. The doctor couldn't even do anything for her.
He's given Rusty a sedative. It ought to start working pretty soon.
It's tough losing a friend.
Oh, she doesn't know about Charlie. It's Lightning. I gave him to Rusty when he was born. It was only a few weeks after Rusty's mother passed away.
Jim Lyman tells me these horse thieves been running wild around here.
They sure have. The boss of this outfit's plenty brainy. Never leaves a clue, never makes a mistake. It's uncanny, especially the murders.
Well, you mean there have been other killings?
3. The Slash D, the Running J, and the Rafter O. None of the victims are shot. Each was killed by a blow on the head. In each case, it looked like the victim was fallen before he was shot.
That sure is strange. What do you make of it?
Nothing yet. Sheriff, what do you know about Thelma and Vincent Frost?
Who?
Not much, but I'm darn sure they're not mixed up in this.
Who are they?
Oh, I wasn't suggesting they were. I'm just curious. I met them this morning.
Where?
As far as I know, they're okay. Real nice folks.
Where'd you meet him?
You know, she's a right pretty girl.
Well, of all the dirty tricks, you go out and meet a pretty girl and you keep quiet about it.
There was something peculiar about Vincent, though. He gave me one of those dead fish handshakes. Yet both his right hand and his right forearm are overdeveloped.
So what?
So I'm curious about that, too. Miss Frost is a little bit too old for you, Dick, but I guess I'd better introduce you before you strain your brain trying to meet her on your own. I'll see you later, Sheriff. Come on. Miss Frost?
Range Rider.
I hope we're not dropping in too soon.
Well, of course not. I'm delighted to see you.
Thank you. Miss Frost, I'd like to have you meet my friend and partner, Dick West.
How do you do?
Howdy.
You know, you'd make a wonderful model, Mr. West. How about posing for me?
Oh, no thanks.
Oh, just a sketch, please.
Oh, gosh, Miss Frost, we're too busy.
Why, a sketch doesn't take long, Dickie.
Please.
Go ahead.
Well, gosh, I really couldn't.
Please do.
Well, okay, when?
Well, there's no time like the present. Now, look, if you'll just stand over there by the window. Go there. Mhm. Oh, please, Mr. West, don't look quite so grumpy.
You enjoy South America, Miss Frost?
Oh, you mean the mate tea? An Argentinian client of mine introduced me to that. I've grown quite fond of it.
Well, I hope that doesn't apply to this, too.
The façon? Hardly.
What'd you call it?
A façon. It's a hunting knife used by the gauchos.
Yes, I use it as a letter opener.
Here's your dinner.
You keep a sharp watch.
Hey, don't leave me.
Oh, I'll be right back. Sheriff.
Oh, excuse me. What in thunder happened?
A pair of masked men just broke our close-mouthed friend out of jail.
Almost split my head wide open.
I've been socked on the head by a gun before, and it's darn painful.
Wasn't a gun. Felt like a couple of rocks.
Rocks? Oh, that's loco. A fella couldn't trust his aim unless he used a slingshot or something.
A slingshot?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Huh?
On what ranches were those wranglers murdered?
Slash D, the Running J, and the Rafter O. Why?
Well, Thelma painted pictures on each one of those ranches. That would have given her plenty of time to study the layout and maybe plan those rustling jobs.
You're not trying to say that she's the killer?
No. A bolus is more of a man's weapon.
Bolus?
Yes, it comes from the Argentine. 3 heavy balls covered with leather and tied together with rawhide thongs. Gauchos use them for catching wild horses and steers. But in this case, I think it's used to trip the victim, who's then killed by a blow on the head. And I'll bet that Thelma Frost knows more about the Argentine than she admits.
That may be hard to prove.
Not if Jim Lyman's got some extra cash.
Well, Jim's pretty well fixed.
And let's ride out to the drag L and see how much he's willing to gamble.
$1,000 reward and no questions asked for return of sorrel colt bearing drag L brand. Communicate with undersigned as to ways and means of making payoff. Jim Lyman.
That's considerably more than that colt will bring across the line.
Granted. But I'll give odds this is some sort of trick rigged up by the range rider.
Oh, stop worrying about him. I'll take every precaution.
You mean we will?
Jim Lyman. Leave cash at blasted tree 1 mile due east, burned cabin on Skeeter Creek before 5 o'clock today. Ride away and stay for 1 hour. On your return, colt will be tied to tree unless you notify the law.
All right, boys, go get it.
What about the girl's pony?
Not till we've got the cash in our hands. It's all here. Let's go.
No, you don't.
I'll take charge of her now, Dick.
for bringing lightning back to me.
Tell me something. When did you first tie Vincent Frost in with the killings?
When I saw him with a bolus. You know, I think he was a little bit surprised to find out that I knew how to use them, too.
Could you teach me to throw them?
Sure. I'll give you your first lesson right now. Start running, Dick.
Who, me?
You're the only one around here named Dick.
Very funny.
Very good.
Very effective.
Really hope you enjoyed The Range Riders, starring Jock Mahoney and Dick Jones. And remember, it's brought to you free here on the internet by westernsontheweb.com. Hundreds of free, family-friendly Western TV shows and movies. And also, I'd like to add this. Dick Jones is in this. Dick Jones was all over Hollywood back in the heyday of Hollywood. He was in movies with James Stewart, and with Errol Flynn, with Randolph Scott, John Wayne. Dick Jones was everywhere, all over the place when he was a boy in Hollywood. Thanks again. I'm Bob Terry. Appreciate you joining us. We hope to see you again on Down the Trail. Y'all have a great day.